everybody. Okay, so I wasn't actually expecting to do, I never planned to do a video like this, but my honey had sort of suggested it, and if there's a request, I'll do my best whenever I have time to pull through with one. But anyway, this is How to Write a Song, version 2, chapter 2. And so it is a happy late morning. I'm in a truck right now. I'm not too excited about, but got to make the most of it. So yeah, it's about 11 a.m. Mountain Time, just visiting here in Alberta. But yeah, let's go over a couple things, just kind of to add to what my last video was. Okay, so first of all, sometimes you have an original title, like that's just completely out there, which is awesome. But a lot of times you find songs that you have like a saying, right? Like time is money, and the gentleman there turned it into time is love. So sometimes if you're looking for a title and then you want to write the song, I mean, that works too. I believe that was the story for me and Bobby McGee. Some guy gave him the title for that, and he ignored him for an entire year and said, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then he ended up sitting down one night and writing it, and that's well known. That's one of the classics. But anyway, going off tangent a little bit. So what I will tell you is, yeah, that's sort of for a title, but if you're going to start a song, so say hypothetically you go E minor, A, and D for your verse, okay? And then you go to G and C add 9 for your chorus. Right now, once you get to the third verse, which is aka the bridge of the song, I find, this is just my opinion, but I find that sometimes if you want to just take all the chords of the song, or at least the chords of the verse, and then just mix them up so they're much more different in that bridge, aka the third verse, okay? Or sometimes that's where you have the guitar solo. You could just have a couple chord progressions before you go to the last chorus. Now, something that I've never actually seen before is, you get some of those slower songs, and the first sentence they say after the instrumental, and then the first sentence they say of the lyrics, they say that exact same first sentence, or the first sentence with a little bit of a twist on it at the very end of the song. I don't believe I've ever seen that done with a fast-paced song, which would be something kind of different, But so that's an option too. As well, another thing you could do is putting a pre-chorus after you finish your verse. Then you have a pre-chorus, and then you go to the chorus, and then you could go verse, and then no pre-chorus. You go verse, just a chorus, or verse back to pre-chorus. So yeah, if you catch my drift, last thing I was going to mention is, don't get me wrong, I'm a stuff kind of guy, right? But sometimes with being a songwriter or just a singer, it means so much more to actually have someone come up to you and say, like, hey, that's exactly what I thought when my parents went through a divorce. That's exactly how I felt when my ex had left me, or I left them, or when I first fell in love, That sort of stuff means way more than having your fancy entertainer of the year or male vocalist. It's just like, it really just comes down to that. It's just kind of like fishing. A small fishing boat does the job, but don't get me wrong, like a pontoon and like a speedboat, those are cool too, right? But it just comes down to the sentimental value of songwriting. Like, that's why I just have a passion for it, right? And I'll do it for free sometimes. But anyway, thank you. Yep.